Hey YouTube, we're back! I've got another one of my many gray boxes. I'm really excited what they have in store for me today. Wow, you actually gave me the answer. There's been a lot of jokes on these cards and I've laughed a lot, but today I'm looking at citrine. When I think of citrine, I think of like that yellowy orange, kind of reminds me of orange juice. I think of really bright colors. I also think of ametrine. I love ametrine. Ametrine is when a stone is part amethyst and part citrine, but I don't think I'll see that today. I think this will just be solid citrine. I'm guessing it's gonna be a pretty big piece. This box is super heavy. What's cool about today is I actually have a special guest. I'm gonna bring him in after we unbox this. I know that he does a lot of carving. I've actually met him before. So I'm guessing this will be a really cool carved piece of citrine. I'm guessing it's gonna be pretty big. Knowing Patrick, it's gonna be extremely intricate and creative, and it's gonna be absolutely beautiful. I am done talking and I'm gonna unbox. Get what? No, that's not citrine. No, what? I bet you wanna know what it is, don't you? You really, really wanna know. I could tell you right now. I could pull this thing out of the box. I'm a little shocked, because this does not look like citrine. You wanna know what it is? You ready? Let's do this. It's so cute. Look at it, it's a little hippo. Did you ever play Hungry Hippos when you were a kid? I did. Do you know that game? Way better than a Hungry Hippo though. Oh, it has little like whiskers or little. I did not think this was citrine, but when you look at his little booty, it's yellower than his face. Wow, this is really clear. This is very pretty. My hippo friend is laying, looks like he's about to take a nap. Bottom part right here is more yellow. Top is colorless. Wow, he's got diamonds for eyes. Looks like a diamond. Oh, that is so cool. I'm really, really nervous about getting fingerprints on this. Yeah, I'm gonna use the. I have never seen citrine this clear. I've never seen citrine in this. I would have thought it would be more vibrant. With this piece, it doesn't really matter because what draws my attention is the intricate carving. This is a solid gemstone. This is a gemstone, and there is a diamond in the hippo's eye. Definitely took a very creative person to think this up, how to use the material and how to orient the color. I mean, this is really, really cool. I bet you really want to know more about this. And guess what? So do I. So we're gonna bring Patrick in, and Patrick's gonna tell us why he chose citrine. How long did it take to make this piece? Why did he choose a hippo? Maybe we can ask Patrick if he knows about the game, Hungry Hippos. Probably not. If you all had $1 for every time I said flaws aren't fatal, you definitely would be buying me lunch today. Maybe more than one lunch. Flaws don't make a gemstone fatal. There's nothing wrong with flaws or inclusions, but when you see a piece that's this clear and not having inclusions, really, it kind of like ups the wow factor on a piece of quartz like this. You know, there's always a time and place for inclusions, and they're important in the industry and they're an important educational tool, but sometimes it's better not to have them. And I think in this piece, what really stands out about what Patrick has here for us today is how clear the piece is, the coloring, the detail of the carving. I mean, this is something I've never seen anything like this. I've seen some of Patrick's carvings before, but this is probably one of my favorites. It is so intricate and so unique. Enough about what I think. I'm really excited to dive in and learn more with you today about this awesome citrine hippo. Patrick, you ready?
Hi, sure.
Are you gonna be a YouTube star today? Say hi to YouTube.
Hi to YouTube.
Say hi to Patrick. Tell us a little bit about yourself, where you work, where you carve gemstones, because this is pretty cool.
I'm Gemstones carver seit 5th generation, so a long family tradition. I'm come from Idar-Oberstein in Germany, which is like a metropole of gemstone carving, cutting, trading. Yeah, I learned this profession from my father.
Oh, cool.
I still love carvings and I still produce it today.
Okay, so most of your week is spent carving gemstones?
6 days a week I carve.
We saw our hippo today. He's really cute. I'm worried I'm gonna get my fingerprints all over it.
No need.
Tell us about this piece. How big was the original piece of rough? And it must have been very, very clear.
The rough piece was not a lot bigger. This is what you see, the finished product. I always try to keep as much of possible of the gemstone, of the size, of the weight, of the quality. Especially with a gemstone citrine like this, in this clear and good quality, it's very hard to find at the market. It would be a waste of shame to cut it in half and make a small carving out of it.
Right, right.
The rough stone was like the shape which you see now, and then I decided it was get the lying hippo.
How many carats is this?
It's around 2,900 carats.
2,900 carats. Okay, citrine.
Citrine.
And there's a little, it's kind of less color up here.
Yes, it's because when the citrine goes thinner, the color disappeared also a little bit.
Diamonds for eyes.
Yeah.
Was that your idea?
It's not the typical carving what we did. Normally we are more try to make it nature.
Okay.
This is called more like a funny style hippo.
It's cute.
More a gemmy hippo because the stone is so clean and so looks really like a gem.
It does, yeah.
And also diamond eyes fits really good on it.
I mean, I've seen plenty of your carvings, but tell YouTube what kind of carvings you usually do.
We try to carve animals really lifelike with different colors. We are specialized on carve animal out of one stone. We are not working with different stones and compound them to an art object. We really we like to work with one stones.
Did you carve this yourself?
Yes.
Okay.
What do you think how long it takes?
Oh,
Ha.
maybe a month?
No.
How long did this take you?
Around 4 months.
4 months?
No, 4 weeks. So
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry.
Where did you get the idea to do a hippo?
It was an order from a customer.
Really
He's still here in the shadow. He see it last year a similar one.
Okay.
A standing one. And so we are looking for a nice gemstone, a clean gemstone, and find this piece.
Okay.
But it was in the dimension not exact good enough to make a standing one. So we decided together to make a lying one,
okay.
A funny one. We try always to make unique pieces, so only once in the world.
Okay.
That is no mass production.
There's nothing else like this?
No.
When you do this, do you make a design with like plastic or clay, or do you just dive right in and start cutting?
A lot of carvers make a model before.
Okay.
But my father teach me really to work immediately at the stone. Each stone is different. That makes really the artist out of it. If you have a model and copy a model, it's more craftsman. If you really start with working with a stone from a beginning on, only to make your own design and everything, not copying anything what exists before, that is really what it makes interesting and makes unique.
Why a hippo? Can I ask that?
It's fun.
It's fun. It is. Are you familiar with the children's game Hungry Hungry Hippo?
No.
Tell me like the coolest fact, the most obscure fact.
The coolest aspect which I can tell you about the hippo in general about this is the polishing. When I was working with my father together, maybe 10 years ago, I make a big smoky quartz hippo, and it was always very nice in color, nice dark brown. And I decided to polish this hippo because the hippos before was always half polished. My father said, no, it's not possible to polish the hippo till the last corner. You will always see where it's not polished. And I said, let me try. No, it's too expensive. Costs too much time, too much diamond powder and everything. Let me try, and it was really...
Polish this with diamond powder?
Yeah, it was really a fight for 1 week.
With your dad?
With my dad, and at the end he said, do what you want. I immediately started working on it and polishing it, and it was so cool, and it sold immediately. And I said, you see, the people really enjoy to have polished gemstone carvings. Especially with the hippos, you really see the color comes much better out. If
Right.
it is polished, it's clean, you can look through.
Do you think the most important thing about this piece is its size, clarity, color, or design?
Yes. Yeah.
All four?
And it's really real and unique piece.
All right, where did you buy the rough?
I bought the rough in Ida Oberstein.
Okay.
We are very lucky. We have a lot of different rough-stone dealers. And it was an old piece from Brazil.
Brazil, so it's Brazilian
And
quartz.
I was really lucky to get it because today a clean citrine like this size is not possible to get. And if this citrine costs huge money. So for example, to explain you, when I was apprenticee 25 years ago, a citrine cost per kilo, good quality, around 200, 250 German marks. That will be around 120 euros, maybe $150. Now pieces like this quality cost per gram 5-6 euros. Wow. So 5,000, 6,000 euros a kilo.
So what final price on this? Can you tell me?
It's reasonably expensive.
It's reasonably, okay. We're just gonna start using those terms on this show. If our viewers wanna see more of your pieces, where can they go to look for more? Because you haven't just done this hippo, I've seen some of your stuff, it's absolutely fantastic.
I bring you a present with me. I hope I get it. I think there you find a lot of background information and everything about the carvings, my family.
Wow, wow. Oh, I should probably show it to the camera because you're all wondering what it is. Patrick Dreher, this is his book, and it has all these carvings. So you can see the toad on the front, and on the back there's a bear and some birds and a chimpanzee, it looks like. What's the hardest material to carve into an animal or something from nature?
It's not really the hardness what you think it's difficult. It's more like if it is a tough stone or a weak stone, if it has cracks, inclusion, which you have to take care. Stones which are hard, like a ruby or emerald, it's often easier to cut than a soft stone, like a agate.
What is the hardest animal to carve?
This hippo is, because it's modern style, it's more easy.
What is a modern style in carving?
Modern style, I would prefer like a hippo. It's polished, it is smooth, it is a little bit funny. Other animal which you really take care about that they are lifelike, it's more difficult to carve.
So I bet birds would be really tough because of their feathers.
No.
No? Okay.
Give me the book, I'll show you some pieces. We have it. So for example,
Here, let's hold it up so everyone else can see it.
So very difficult is to carve, for example, an agate.
Okay.
And you see that it's one stone. So starting with the crystal, the quartz, the agate, and then the toad in different colors in one piece.
So this is all in one piece.
This is one piece,
but
this is one color. This is
Right.
different colors, and that makes it much more difficult to work with the colors, that the color is on the right place, on the right dimension.
How many years did it take you doing all these carvings before you were able to do something that intricate? I mean, how many years did it take you to learn how to do this?
30 years working with gemstone when I started my apprenticeship time.
That's cool.
So here's, for example, very nice.
Cute. Those are so, aren't those adorable?
That are two monkeys. They belong to our family collection. It's one gemstone.
Okay.
And that is not composed, so the brown faces is one stone. And that makes it very difficult job. First of all, it's an untranslucent stone. You cannot see through the stone how the color runs.
Wow.
And then to find out how the color runs, plus to get all the dimension, plus the design on the right place.
This is all one stone?
Yes, only the eyes are included.
Wow.
So for example, when one hand or one feet would be black, it would be not this effect. And that is, I think, the most difficult to carve.
How do you even go about figuring that out? I mean,
That's a lot of experience. You have to read the stone, you have to think about you have to study the stone, how can it run the colors. Then you start and must be always flexible that the animal arms can move along the colors.
Wow, those are really cute. Those are kind of your fun, more modern pieces, yes?
Yeah.
They're really cute. Tell me your favorite part on this. Your favorite detail. I like the eyes.
Good size, I agree.
In
general, I like the head.
Yeah, that looks like it took you a long time.
Yeah, the head and the expression of the head.
When you're carving these, are you looking at a picture while you're carving, or do you just have a picture in your mind? How do you kind of get the essence of the animal in the piece?
With these big animals like a hippo, you can for sure have not the original running in the workshop.
Right, no.
so you need a lot of photos, but not only one photo is enough. So for a hippo like this to work, you need maybe 20, 30 different photos, different perspectives.
Okay.
Details of about feet, the ears and everything. And this we often visit zoos.
Zoos?
Yeah, sure. And,
perfect for research, wow.
And especially about hippos, elephants, rhinos. We had also a lot of books which we can use as a reference. About the toads, about mice. We try to catch them in our nature, study them, take maybe 100, 200 photos in different sizes, and then they let run in the garden again. Especially when you work with 3 dimension, you cannot only use one photo.
For the monkeys, did you have monkeys in your office?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
Maybe me, but...
You're no toads in the office either, I assume.
Sometimes we have.
You have toads in your office?
Yeah. When we study them, they come and live for maybe 1-2 days in a showcase, and then they go again.
They go back home?
Mm-hmm. A very funny story. We had one order that cleaning mouse. A mouse which clean her fur.
Okay.
So we catch a mouse with a live trap. We never kill animals.
Right.
We love animals, you see.
Me too.
And so we catch her, and we want photos how she clean her fur, but it was not possible. She sit in the showcase in the corner and a lot of afraid and fear and doing nothing. And then I get the idea, okay, she like maybe strawberry jam, and I put a big strawberry jam in the middle of the showcase, and she goes there and eat everything and was so happy. And after this, she sit really half an hour to cleaning her fur because the jam was everywhere. And we really stay upset, cluck, 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 cluck from each position.
When you're carving, you know, there's lots of different textures. Feathers, hair, the bumps on a toad. Is there one that's harder than another, or that you like doing more than another?
You have to understand the fur or anything of the animal, it's not the design part, it's technical part. It's technical carving.
Okay.
So for example, for sure, a modern smooth object is easier to carve. It's like a toad with also bumps.
Tell Patrick thank you in the comments. Tell him what animal you want to see carved.
Good.
Yeah?
Okay.
And you'll listen?
We try?
We'll try. So what we do at the end is I'm gonna have you hold it, and you're gonna hold it up to the camera, and you're gonna tell them what they need to take a closer look at.
I think it's better when you do it, because you see it from a different view.
Okay.
Because I work so long on it, I know everything, you know?
Everything. I want you all to take a closer look at the gemstone eyes. Those are diamonds. I think he's really cute. So thank you so much to Patrick. I learned a lot today about carving gemstones, and it was really nice to see him again and see the hippo. I have never seen Citrine that clear. I've always really appreciated his carving, so it was definitely a treat for me today, and I learned something new. Hey, comment below and let us know what animals you want to see in the future. If you haven't subscribed or liked the channel already, you're gonna want to do that. What is like and subscribe in German? How do you say like in German? Yeah, like gefallen? Gefallen. Gefallen? As Patrick would say, you need to subscribe and gefallen. That's German. Yeah, go. Successful episode.